So I'm going to make the case that sugars and carbohydrates are not as harmful as they're made out to be, and I'm going to use the term sugars and carbohydrates interchangeably because they are much more similar than they are different. Even if you are eating the most complex carbohydrates, they will ultimately break down into simple sugars once they enter the body. So why do we need those sugars and carbohydrates? We need them because they're our primary source of energy, and they're particularly important for optimal brain function. Next, muscles use glucose for energy, and this is especially true for high-intensity physical work. And lastly, they regulate our blood sugar levels, or more specifically, they help to increase our blood glucose levels when we might need it. Who can benefit from more sugars and carbohydrates? Those who are physically active and practice high-intensity exercise, and specifically anaerobic activities like sprinting, weightlifting, and competitive sports. We rely heavily on sugars for these kinds of activities, so if you have those available to you, you're simply going to perform better. Second are those who find themselves in a hypoglycemic or low blood sugar state. Perhaps this could be a reaction to medication or a rare condition, but in any case, sugars will help bring that low blood sugar back to a normal range very quickly, and that could save somebody's life. There is another side to this, which is that if we eat too much sugar and carbohydrates too often, we can develop diabetes, which is a serious condition that can lead to life-threatening complications. Diabetes does not happen because sugar and carbohydrates are bad for us. It happens because people misuse them. And if you misuse them long enough, there are consequences attached to that. The take-home point is that demonizing or fixating on a single nutrient or source of calories is not as helpful as some would have you believe, and this is certainly done with sugar. You are better off learning about how sugars and carbohydrates interact with the body and how you can use them to your benefit. And don't believe that all carbohydrates and all sugars are bad all the time, because it simply isn't true. They have the potential to be abused, but they can also be helpful when used appropriately.